Hello and welcome to Making Waves by todderbert. If you enjoy kit building, making electronic circuits, and do-it-yourself projects, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us, we have the Meow Yow. This is a do-it-yourself 18650 powered portable LED desk lamp with a dimmer. This thing's pretty cool. You can find us on Amazon retailing for $24.99, buying at a 5% off coupon, bringing the price down to around $23.75. Not too bad. It's pretty cool. Wait till you see what you get. Nice. So yeah, comes in a brown box, real simple. The kit looked pretty cool online, so I thought I'd give it a go. I like everything portable, you know that. You can charge it up and go. I think that's fantastic. So we'll take and open the box. Now, I couldn't put everything back in the box when I was looking at it, so some of it's on the outside here. Let's go ahead and show you how to pack most of it. We get a little bit of instructions, I think. We get the base. We get the gooseneck lamp head, which is adjustable, which is nice, so you can position it how you like to. And then we get an 18650 battery and charging board. Nice. Box is empty, and of course we do the electronics on the side. Sit on the side there. I'm going to bring this in the frame so we don't lose any parts as I show you. So let's go ahead and unbox what we got here. So we got the battery and charging board. So it looks pretty simple. Looks like we're going to have to bend some pins. Oh, they pre-bent the pins. Good. So nice. They made it kind of modular to hook everything up. Nice. We got a protected cell battery, 18650. I believe it's 1200 milliamp. It's pretty weak on the power delivery. You might be able to shop for these batteries. I'll just leave it zipped up. 18650 with the wired ends. And then just wire this plug on. That's what I recommend. If you can increase the capacity, I would. But for this project, I'm just going to leave how it is. Next, we have the top of the lamp assembly. Pull that out. Like I say, it's positional, which is nice. There you go. You can position your light. This will be fun to review when I complete it. I think I'll be able to get most of it on camera. I just have to move it around. But there you go. There's the housing for the LEDs. And this is where the wires are going to feed through. That's going to be fun. All right. So top part of the lamp. Let's see. We got the base of the lamp. This is where all the electronics go. Let's go ahead and open that up. Yeah, for the money, I thought this was pretty cool. Something different. And when you're done with this kit, you can use it to build other kits. That's even better, right? You can use this as a close-up high power LED light. Stick into everything. Okay, so here's our base. Potentiometer goes there for the dimming control. Our gooseneck goes in here. It looks like it's fastened by 2 screws or something. Yeah, it's it's fastened there. Then you put this together. So electronics are going to sit in the bottom here, along with your battery. You're going to fasten everything when you get it all built. So that's a pretty cool enclosure bottom. Gotta set that off to the side. And then we have electronics, a whole bag full. This is a great kit. You're getting a lot for your 25 bucks. A lot of experience too, doing some soldering. And like I said, you get this cool project when you're done. So I'm just gonna, I guess, empty this out here. Let's go over what was in the bag. All right, so right away I can see a PCB for the LEDs. So you're going to be putting those on there, 24 of them it looks like. A little bit of soldering work. So each one has 2 legs. No polarity on those. Positive is usually your longer leg. And then you get your negative. Flat side. Nice. Shows the power hookup. Okay. That's going to fit, yeah, right into your... oh, that's actually the wrong part. That's the lens. It'll fit into here. There you go. When you're done. Nice. We'll set that aside. What else we got here? Okay, we got that. This is your diffuser. All right. Got a bag of parts. Fun. There's potentiometer. So capacitors, resistors, diodes, some ceramic capacitors. The knob for the potentiometer. Nice. We got some, looks like a micro USB. Doesn't look too bad. The positive and negative leads are far apart, and they didn't include extra leads on that. That's nice. So that'll be easy to wire in. And it's got little side grounding points too that'll make it easy to anchor that in. So what else we got? We got some header pins for modularity. That's nice. They're breed pens. I don't have to worry about bending anything. And a 555 chip, which is actually pretty cool. Those are very inexpensive chips, and they actually have a surface mount on a breakout board, which I find interesting. So if you mess it up, you could always get a real 555 chip and just put it in. Transistor. Okay, we're done with that. So yeah, pretty straightforward. That's about, I think, all for the electronics besides your LEDs. The main PCB board, nice. Let's see here. We have, it's pretty cool. Looks like this is a breakout board, probably for the potentiometer, I'm guessing. Yeah, because this looks like a, maybe it goes to the potentiometer for control, because I know there's a switch to turn it on and off and to dim. And of course your 555 chip. Like I said, you can use a standard 555 chip in there, or use that little breakout board. I'll use the breakout board because I have it. And of course there's a spot for the resistors, capacitors, diodes. They're all marked pretty clear, the values. I do like that when they do that. Spot here for the USB coming in. It looks like for your power for your battery, to power your battery. And it's got these extra little slots, almost like you could practice with this if you wanted to. If you have some extra components, you just want to practice soldering, because those do nothing. Those are just there. Okay, cool. And then, yeah, the back side pads look really nice and clean. It's pretty simple there. Okay, cool. So that is the kit. I think I showed most everything. I think there's, of course, cabling involved. You get your charging cable, and I think it'll run off the USB power too as well if the battery was removed or failed. That's a good thing. So your project keeps running. We got some cool modular cables. Okay, that looks like that goes to the front for the dimming control. Hardware to put together, some screws. We got the wire that goes from the gooseneck all the way down to your main project board. That's what we're going to have to feed down through that long gooseneck. And of course our 24 LEDs, bright white. Hopefully they look good, I'm hoping. Yeah, they should. This looks like it's going to be a fun kit to build. Totally different kit that I've put together on this channel. So like I say, I do love the fact that it's portable. So let me kind of move some of this stuff out of the way here. I kind of wanted to show you some of the tools I'm going to use and quickly look at the PDF file, because you don't get that. I'm going to show you the instructions you do get, and they're very weak. So let me just kind of slide these items off the thing here. Okay, tools. Important, right? Tools I like to use and suggest for those getting started and for those continuing to do advanced electronics. There's all different kinds of things, but number one is the solder you're going to use. And the solder, the best one I like to use, of course, is the 6040 rosin core in this almost a millimeter, like just under, it's 0.8 of a millimeter. This works really well, 6020 or 6040 tin lead. And yeah, this is the thinness I prefer. It works great for these components. You don't need anything very thick. The thicker is for like automotive. This is more for electronics. So this is nice. I do like having that. So there's our solder. If you make a mistake, it's all good to have some desoldering braid. I picked up this off of Amazon. This is kind of an expensive investment. I think it's like 20 bucks or 25 bucks, but it will last you a long time. This is 25 feet of it, 5 times the normal average on these things. But great, no clean wick. You just put this down with the solder you're trying to remove. Put a little flux. I tend to flux my area when I'm trying to desolder. Put the iron on top of the copper, heat, and then the solder will wick right into it, which is fantastic. And you can remove the component. It's the go-to thing for me. I like using that. What else do I like to use? Strippers. Yes, these are very important. These old Craftsmans. These are nice. And made in USA. Yes, always good to see. You just pick your gauge wire, line it up, strip it, clip, strip, done. So that's the handiness of those. Very, very easy to use. What else do I have? I have some flush cut diagonal cutters. These are very nice for trimming off your component legs. Just use them for the soft components. Don't try to cut any kind of wire, like stainless steel wire. It'll ruin them. So yeah, there you go. I think these are made in the USA as well. A lot of people like to know where these tools come from. There you go. Zuron, made in USA. Sweet. Those are great cutters, by the way. Good investment. You know, these tools are great investments you'll have for years and years. A pair of angled needle nose pliers. These have been modified, but I do like to use these. Don't know if you can still find these. Morimoto, Japan. Yeah. So definitely great little diagonal pliers using for tight locations, along with like a pair of tweezers for setting components. I usually use for surface mount components, smaller stuff, if you need to, or help remove something without burning your fingers, or as a heat sink. Sometimes you don't want to be too close to an IC and you need to solder a leg, but you want to protect the IC. You put this in between, like as a heat sink. But you need more of a hemostat where it can hold it tight so you can get a better heat sink out of it. But just an idea for you guys. And then we have, of course, some smaller screwdriver. I like if I'm saying that, Waya. These are nice hardened mini Phillips, and I use a flat blade as well. These are great to have on hand. So I use those, and we're almost through here with tools. I use a loop, 10-power loop, to inspect my electronics. This works really well. I like having that handy. And then my iron. So everybody wants to know what this iron's about. So this iron I use is kind of a higher end one. This is what it says on the handle: 24 volt, 70 watt. Now, of course, with a small tip, you can set the temperature down to like 700 degrees. I run about 725 when I'm doing most work. And my model unit is the FX 951, which is like around $280 unit. But you can pick up an entry-level one for around $100, and I recommend the brand. Solid device. I love it. So no problems there. So I think I showed you all the tools I'm going to be using to put this kit together. I just kind of want to show you the PDF file, and then we'll just go right to some build process pictures and demo the unit when I get it built. So let's go ahead and show you the PDF. Now, the PDF file I've linked below. Click it and you can download it. Otherwise, it's on their product page. It's not in the box. In the box, you get some kind of weird Chinese 555 diagram, what the 555 does. And that is about it there. Yeah, pulse width modulation. I should know that. Used to dim the circuit, the light circuit. And it's in all Chinese. So, yeah, that didn't do me any good. I guess I can understand some of the schematic there. But, yeah, again, I think this QR code will lead you to the, if you guys can use it, probably not, to the PDF. If not, just click my link. I'll have it below. And here it is. It's real simple. And I'll just kind of cruise up here. I'm already spending enough time on this, but this could be a cool project, so why not spend some time? And you can freeze frame on this if I'm going a little too quick. I'll just try to stop on the important stuff. Installation tips. I like how they tell you what to use, different ways to read things. Installation steps. These are probably important. I'll go a little slower. But the neat thing is they do show you by picture, which is fantastic. So there's the steps. That's all pretty easy. Again, and it's showing the pages. We're going here on that side. Okay, so here's the pictures showing you direction, which way the diodes go in. Note the little black mark is your direction, your orientation for the diodes. If you haven't done kits before, that'll help you. This shouldn't be your first kit. This should be like your third or fourth. The Elenco kit, I'll link probably up in here, should be your first kit. But yeah, it's going through here. Just doing this for posterity in case you can't find this file. You'll be able to check your work with my pictures here. I don't move this iPad around. But having this iPad like next to me while I'm working is great. Just zoom in and it's easily figured out where I'm at. So here you go. You're getting an idea of what's there. We're almost through. There's your 555 breakout board going in. They made that pretty easy. They put the little... Yeah, I like that. They made that fairly easy to put in. Nice. Here we go. We're almost through. I'm just going to go a little quicker now. Like I said, just download this. And if you need to, if my download link doesn't work, just email me. I'll have it saved to my computer. And I can always give it to you guys in an email. But this is here forever on YouTube, as long as YouTube's in business. There's our charging board going in. Nice. Now you're getting an idea what this looks like. Of course, you're going to break that potentiometer board off. Installing the diodes, how to read the diodes. Putting the diode light lamp part together. That looks pretty straightforward, right? Feeding the wires down. And then putting that assembly together. Here's that jumper cable you saw there going to the potentiometer, and we are done. Final assembly. So there you go. And then the battery going in. Now they don't show it affixed to anything, so I don't know if the pressure of the case going together holds it in spot. If not, I'm going to use some like double-sided tape to just put on the bottom of that battery just to keep it from moving around. And if it starts to move, I'll just open it up and retape it. That's the beauty of it. It can be serviced. All right, so we're done. So, all right, set that down. And then what we'll do is we'll just bring out some of the components again and say, yeah, wish me luck on this build. And like I say, I'll come back with some pictures of the build process and how it went and any kind of hiccups I ran into. And then we'll probably wrap this up pretty quick. So there you go. There's all the little components. I think I got them all out there besides the bigger stuff. Like the gooseneck and the little PCB that fell out of there. Yeah, fun stuff here. There you go, lamp head, lamp base, boom. You get the idea, right? Okay, so I'm going to fade to black. I'm going to come back with pictures of the build process, quick little demo, and then give you my final thoughts. All right, see you in a little bit. Here are pictures of the build process. In this first picture, I installed 4 resistors, 2 diodes, note orientation, 4 ceramic capacitors, 1 micro USB power jack, and the 555 IC, note orientation. In the second picture, I added 1 electrolytic capacitor, note polarity, 1 transistor, note orientation, 3-pin male header for the charging board. P0 can be shorted when no battery is to be used. I then installed 2 5-pin male header jacks and a variable resistor with an on-off position. Following this, I populated the PCB with the charging board and broke free the daughter board containing 1 jack and the variable resistor. This wasn't difficult at all. Now, I added 24 white LEDs, note polarity, to the light array board and attached the power wires, note polarity of the wires. Next picture, I installed the main PCB into the base of the enclosure and attached the 5-pin flat cable from the main board to the daughter board. Finishing the project, I soldered the lamp wires to the main board, hooked up the 18650 battery, attached it with double-sided tape because it does move around, and affixed the variable resistor to the top of the enclosure along with the base of the light assembly. So let's check out the project. Here it is in front of us. Nice. Let's go over dimensions really quick on it. So the base dimensions, we have a width of 3.5 inches and we have a depth of 4 3/4 inches. When you extend this lamp fully vertical from bottom to the top of this lamp, you'll get 16 3/4 inches. When it's fully upright and this is horizontal, you have 12 inches of clearance. So not bad at all. I do like the way it looks. This project is awesome and it comes out looking really good. Totally worth the fun of putting together. The only problem I had that was any difficulty was running the wire from the light board through this spring tube all the way to the end. It got caught right at the end there, and I used that pair of tweezers I showed you earlier to help finesse the wire out. You grab it with the tweezers and you kind of turn it clockwise or counterclockwise as you're pulling it up. Don't try to just yank it straight out or you'll ruin the wires. So that's the only issue I had, but it took me about a minute or so to correct it. But yeah, there it is. You got the light array in there with the 4 screws holding it together and the wire running into the main base. And of course, we have our micro USB charging jack. I noticed it charges around a 0.5 amp, I believe. And here we have a little indicator. You can look in there and see a red or a green LED telling you it's done. Same with here in this venting area. It's a pretty neat setup how they did that for the battery. Right now it's in portable mode. If you hook up the cable to power this and to charge the battery, I noticed the power this would take on low, the lowest setting, turn it on, is about 100 milliamps. Okay, and then on full, turn all the way to full, at its highest setting, at 100%, it's taking about 1.2 amps. So that battery In here, being a 1200 milliamp hour battery, it's going to run out in 1 hour on high. On low, it'll run about 12 hours on this low setting. So kind of neat. So what I'm going to do is turn the lights off real quick, show you kind of like if you're working on a circuit, and then give you my final thoughts. Because we had a lot of fun building this. I'll go ahead and turn this. There we go, we're in the dark. So you're working on a project. Got this little board here. I'm not sure how far I can bring the camera down. We'll bring the camera down a bit. There you go. I notice this does have RFI to it quite a bit, unless you're on high. Otherwise, the AM radio will start chirping and everything else. But yeah, you can work in the dark, and it's portable. You don't have to worry about plugging it in. Fantastic. But yeah, the 18650 does move around. Yeah, but say you had some parts here on the table, and you're working. Show you the brightness level. Hopefully this camera doesn't auto adjust too quickly. But I think I got most of those parts out of there. This is like a mini Arduino board. Just showing you for what it would look like with little parts. And then you can turn this up. There you go, all the way to high. Awesome. And I can bring this up pretty high here. I can go almost hitting the camera. Get that out of the way, and then you can come in here and you can do your soldering. You can move this lamp on a diagonal. You can actually pivot the lamp out of the way, and of course you can bend it in any direction you so feel, which is awesome. And then of course you can just start working on your board, and you got nice, lighting here. Especially if you don't want to use your main lamp. It's great for close-up work. I noticed. I'm really happy with this. So a project that you could use in almost any situation when you're working on a do-it-yourself setup. So there you go. Let's go ahead and move this off the table here. Well, these are going to get stuck in the cloth, but that's all right. Okay, let's do some final thoughts. I'll go ahead and we'll dim this back down to like medium. Yeah, this bends very easy, by the way. You can see here, you can get pretty low to the table if you need to. Even lower, all the way down. So that's nice. It has a little bit of play here, back and forth, which is good. This doesn't bind up. But you can go quite a bit in each direction, of course, and you can bend it however you want to. Yeah, loving that. Okay, so let's do final thoughts. All right. So on your do-it-yourself LED portable 18650 powered lamp kit, this thing is cool. Let me go ahead and turn that off. Get my lighting back. Yeah, I like how it's put together. Everything went together really easy. You'll have a good experience soldering the 24 LEDs in here. And soldering on the main board is really easy. Very straightforward. Everything's marked really nice. The daughter board separates nicely. This potentiometer goes in nice and easy. The ribbon cable is really nice because there's a little jacks you put in. The little pin headers. Everything goes good. Same with the charging board. Is actually a high quality charging board. So this project is totally worth the money. I would say give it a go. Have fun. And if you don't want to use the battery inside and you want to have this plugged into the USB power all the time, just don't put the power charging board in or the battery in short P0. That's all you got to do. So let's get this on camera here, the whole thing. Boom, there it is, your light project. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you did. If you want to support the channel, of course, check out the links below to this lamp kit. It is a lot of fun. Glad to have it. I'm going to be using it. I do have another LED lamp that I like to use, but this is nice up close and personal. Maybe even for pictures. This will help too. Nice area lighting for pictures. But definitely support the channel if you guys want. Use the links that'll help me out. And of course, you want to see more do-it-yourself kits, subscribe at the bell icon. 3, comment below what you think about a do-it-yourself lamp kit. Kind of neat, huh? Something different. I usually like to showcase radios, but this is something to help you build your radios. So I thought, wow, that's, anytime I try to do a kit, I try to think of a dual purpose, the fun of building it, plus something you can use all the time. And you can use it for a lot of different things. It doesn't have to just be for building things. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next video.